What's happening, people? Let's prop that up there for a minute. Yep. Good evening. Good evening again. Hello again for this evening for another weekend Premiership review. We're going to review all the games. I've got my guest, my trusty guest in the background, good friend of mine, and he's got a very good channel as well. He's in the background. He's going to help me go through the review of the weekend. Now, before I do that, please you know the drill. Please, please like and subscribe to the channel. Like, subscribe, and also comment as well. Okay, comment as well to the channel. Okay, because when you like and subscribe, it shows me support and it helps me with the algorithm. Also helps me my streams getting pushed. You know what I mean? So, with that all being said, sorry, I had to. I had to. Welcome, Sideline Football Show. Big up.
Big up, my friend. Big up. Thank you so much for having me, man. It's always a pleasure. Please, everybody who's tuning in to us now or later on after the show, subscribe to this channel, to Uncle Rodz. Show him some love, some support, and share it with your friends and your family.
Cool. Well, there's been some interesting games over the weekend. Some really interesting games over the weekend. Some results you thought that it wouldn't go that way, but it did go that way. So, yeah, look, listen, without no further ado, let's get into it. Let me pull this up. Right, so that is the first one. The first game was an early kickoff, and it was Luton, my hometown, in case anybody didn't know. And I actually did the stewarding for that game as well, so saw it live from start to finish. It was Luton versus Tottenham, and it was a goal, only one goal of the game. It happened from a set piece. I'm going to speak about to the fact of a person watching the game. I'm going to go straight to the set piece. Basically, and they had three corners in a row. Do you know what I mean? And then what it is on the third one, it got laid off. Then Madison passed it in, and then Mickey van der Ven just leveled it at the back of the net. Do you know what I mean? I knew that was going to happen. I had a feeling that was going to happen because Luton had a multiple amounts of chances, didn't take it, so they got punched in. Basuma got sent off in the second half. No, sorry. In the first half, he got sent off in the first half. But that didn't bother Tottenham. They won the game. So, your thoughts, Mr. Sideline, your thoughts?
Well, the game ended 1-0. Basuma got sent off in the first half. Nice goal by Van de Ven, I guess, assisted by Madison. I thought Luton Town could have done it. I don't know. I watched the game actually, and they're just missing a good striker and maybe at least one attacking midfielder, just so to help them, finishing up some of the chances that they created. They had a lot of chances, but they couldn't keep a lot of possession of the ball. They had 32% for Luton Town ball position. They had some shots, but it didn't look convincing. If they want to stay in the Premier League, they're going to need a good, decent striker, Premier League talent, along with a good winger, either a left or a right. That'll be the minimum. So they can win some games, accumulate some points, and stay in the Premier League. Other than that, Tottenham Hotspur did it, but they felt really pressured. Let us know, Spurs fan. How did it feel like playing with 10 players? Eh?
I mean, watching the game. I didn't think that watching the game NFL live, you know what I mean? I suppose you see it from like different angles, don't you? Do you know what I mean? Other than obviously watching it sort of like, on TV and such. Do you know what I mean? You tend to see more things, do you know what I mean? Um I thought Luton to me and they had ample amounts of chances in it to equalise, even win the game. That's how bad it was, even win the game. But they didn't take it, and the defending is a bit kind of like iffy. You know what I mean? Because you got like that guy Marvelous Macamba. You got him, and what it wasn't that I was talking to a fan, talking to Luton fan, I say, and we was talking about Marvelous Macamba, and he was saying that like, obviously when they was in the championship, Macamba was excuse me, was one of the best players. But what I said to him, I goes, look, you know what? And yeah, that may be the case, but now you're in a Premiership now. The levels go up. Do you understand what I'm saying? And he agreed. He agreed. He goes, yeah, it's true. Do you know what I mean? So I think at the end of the day, sort of like they need a few. They need a few good players, a few good, reliable players. Do you know what I mean? Because they got people like Ross Barkley as well, but he's not reliable. You know what I mean? He's on and off the sort of like the sick bed. You know what I mean? So they're fighting. What was with that? But one of the main things that I find with Luton is that they find it hard to keep their shape. You know what I mean? And a good one at that. Do you know what I mean? But like, listen, they went up to Liverpool the other day and they beat Everton, which nobody thought that. You know what I mean? Nobody, including me, thought they would do that. Do you know what I mean? You know, they done that, but like, you got to follow it up. In order to stay in the Premiership, you've got to follow it up. And that's another victory that they lost. Lost. Do you know what I mean? Because like, remember they lost against Burnley in a week, didn't they? They lost against Burnley. Burnley beat them 2-1. After they Burnley scored first, yeah, and then sort of like they scored again in the second. Luton scored back in the second half, equalised. But then minutes, literally a minute after Luton scored, centre circle, Burnley's got the other end and scored the winner. Do you know what I mean? So but we have to see. We have to see what happens with them guys. We'll have to see. But they really need, if they want to stay in the Premiership, they need to do something. Yeah, they need to do something good. Okay, the next game on the list is Burnley versus, Chelsea. We just talking about that. So it's Burnley 1, Chelsea 4, and you had Odebeck scored the first one in the 15 minutes, and then you had Dakil on goal. Then Palmer scored a penalty. Sterling scored one in the 65th minute, and then Jackson scored on the 74th minute. So making it 4-1 to Chelsea. Your thoughts, my friend?
Well, I think the man of the match for me is Palmer. He scored a goal and he had an assist. Um, a lot of people were saying that Chelsea is back. I'm not really convinced that Chelsea's back. Apparently, they just looked very chaotic. I think they're still thinking that they're playing in the championship. Well, Burnley, sorry, KFC. I call them KFC. That's company KFC football club. It's not chicken wings down here in the Premier League, man.
That's
Yeah,
funny.
they didn't look convincing at all.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Shit, I'm saying. Get.
Oh, did you see the hat? Did you see the hat?
Uh, they
Surely you
can't.
didn't need a hat like that in a hot country like that. South Africa. He's not known for being cold. You got like some big woolly hat on your head. Come on now.
Oh man. Yeah, they only had one win against Luton Town. Fair to them, but I don't see any more wins coming out of Burnley. 4-1 Chelsea. It's not convincing. They're gonna need to beat a bigger team than Burnley to say, yeah, Chelsea is back.
Yeah.
They Burnley is down in the relegation zone, I guess. What is it? 19th? Are they 19th or?
Yeah, I think so. They're down there. They're down there. I'll check
Yeah,
it.
Luton Town got out from the relegation zone, but they're just on goal differences, I believe. Yeah, so 18 for Burnley, 4
What's Luton Town?
points. Yeah, and Luton Town is 17, but it's the goal differences, and basically it's how many goals Burnley have accepted. They accepted 20 goals, the second worst defense in the whole league this
Yeah,
season so far.
yeah. I mean, Vincent Company, to be fair, and day, right? He's a good player. He was a good player. Do you know what I mean? And to be honest, at the day, when you look at it, at the day, he done well to get Burnley out, sort of like of the Championship into Premiership. Do you know what I mean? And literally the first time of Arsenal, I think. The first time Arsenal or second time, one or two. Yeah, I think it's second time Arsenal. I think. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Anyway, so he's done well to get him out. Do you know what I mean? Being at the day, that's his first proper job. Do you know what I mean? First proper job. But you see, with Vincent Company, yeah, the way I see it, he can't do all for them. Do you know what I mean? He can teach them the basics, and you know what I mean, on how to defend, and you know what I mean, on how to how to play football successfully. But it's then up to them to obviously do it on the pitch. You know what I mean? Do that shit on the pitch. That's why I feel sorry for him a bit, because I think to myself, well, quite a few of these players. Because seeing Burnley play the Luton the other day, do you know what I mean? Seeing that, I mean, I think in some respects, some of the players that he's got, they tend to let him down a bit. Do you know what I mean? They're not giving the 100%. That's what I feel. Do you know what I mean? So then at the day it becomes a situation, and they's like, what do? You can only do so much. Do you know what I mean? I think Burnley's gonna go. Do you know what I mean? And I think Everton's gonna go. And I think Sheffield United, they're going. I do honestly feel at the day that Luton might stay up. I feel Luton might stay up. That's the weird thing about it. I think Luton might stay up. But they literally stay up by the skin of their teeth. Do you know what I mean? Nobody was expecting Burnley to win on Saturday. Do you know what I mean? I know, obviously, Chelsea's recent results, but people weren't expecting to win, I suppose. But just have to see it goes, isn't it? Just see it goes. But for the best part, they lost 4-1 at home. Not very good. Next game on the list is Everton versus Bournemouth. Everton lost last week against what's it called? Luton. Luton beat them last week, so they bounced back and they with a victory. Goals from Gardner, Harrison, and Ducour. Do you know what I mean? Gardner scored on the 8th minute, and Harrison scored on 37 minutes, and Ducour scored on the 60th minute. No goals for Bournemouth. Do you know what I mean? Bournemouth's another one in trouble, isn't it?
Oh, Bournemouth, they're the only team I think. Well, no, there's them and Sheffield United didn't get any win yet so far in the season. 3 ties.
Yeah.
I don't see any goals coming out from Bournemouth. Whenever I watch Bournemouth, I just watch for how many goals they're going to concede. I'm sorry, all respect to their fans, but
Not going well for them, is it?
Sorry, say that again.
It's not going well for them.
No, no. I see them and Sheffield United. They both gonna go down. The third spot, I think it's gonna be is up between Everton, Luton Town, and Burnley. So
Mm,
whoever gonna have a worse season, that's gonna be the third team. But Bournemouth and Sheffield United, I don't know. It's an early prediction, but the way how it looks like, if there's no changes from these two teams, both of them gonna go down, man.
uh, and you know what? Wolves and they could get dragged down with them as well. You know.
Um,
Yeah.
they can go down, but Wolves a little bit stronger. Like they had two wins, they had two ties,
Mm,
but when you look at Bournemouth, they scored only 5 goals so far in the season,
mm.
and that's the weakest attack of of all teams. You know,
That's atrocious.
it
That's
is
atrocious.
5 goals in 8 games. For God's sake, like you look at teams like Arsenal, Man City, they've only conceded 6.
Yeah.
So it's like it's seriously the opposite. It's day and night when you look at the top of the league and the bottom of the league. But these two teams, I don't see it happening for them. I think Bournemouth are going to go down.
Not looking good for them. Not looking good.
No,
Right. What's the next one on the list? Next one on the list. I think it's Fulham actually. I think it's Fulham. Yeah. Fulham, Sheffield United. Fulham 3. Fulham was playing at home. Sheffield United 1. We were just talking about them. Um, Reed folded them. Yeah, folded them. I think that's how you pronounce it. Folded them on goal, and who scored the last one? Oh, shit. The last
William.
one. William, yeah, William scored in the 92nd minute, and there was an own goal on the 68th minute by Robertson, making that 3-1 to Fulham. That's another team in trouble, I'm afraid. Another team in trouble.
Blades, man, the Blades are
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Shit, I'm saying. Get.
the
That's what
Blades.
that's what the Premier League's going to be saying to them. Do me a favor, please get out of here. Just get out of here, man. You know what I mean?
No, I get you, man. Sheffield United, the worst defense in the league so far. They accepted 22 goals.
Yeah.
The second weakest attack, with scoring 6 goals so far in 8 games.
Mm.
Um, the Blades are dull this year, man. They need to be sharpened, and if they don't sharpen themselves this year, they're gonna go down, man. They're gonna go down. I think it's a game that was good for Fulham.
Mm.
They may get some momentum back
Mm.
since they are now the 12th, but up to they jumped to the 12th position with 11 points. They're still really weak when it comes to attacking. Uh, Prior to this game, they only scored 5 goals.
Wow.
So after this game, Fulham became have a total of 8 goals for them. So I, I think they really miss Mitrovic. Mitrovic went to the
Mm.
Saudi Pro League. They miss him big time, man. Um, Willian is doing his best, but
Mm.
I don't see him, like scoring a lot of goals for them,
Yeah.
like Mitrovic.
Yeah, he was a baller. He was a baller. He was a baller. I'm surprised that he wanted to go to the Saudi League because I honestly thought he was happy at Fulham. I honestly thought he was happy.
He was happy at Fulham, but when you see the bling bling, man, a lot of it, no
Yeah,
matter how happy you are, man,
yeah,
it's easy to change your mind, right?
yeah. I'm afraid money talks,
If
and the
they
rest
add,
looks.
yeah, oh yeah, if they add a zero to his salary,
Um,
just a zero on the right side, that's it.
it's just gone in it. Yeah, it's a shame though. 'Cause I liked So I like Mitrovic. I thought he's a good player. Do you know what I mean? You know, but I think you know what I think you know what turned him. What turned him in the day was what happened to him when he got that ban, didn't he? He got a ban, match ban, because he was aggressive behaviour, and they were saying that people were saying that they saw before, a couple of games before, Bruno Fernandes did worse than what he did, and Bruno Fernandes didn't even get a talking to. You know what I mean? And so he got banned for this amount of time. You know, it was just never the same after that. Literally never the same after that. I just think he fell out of love with the British game when he saw sort of like certain kind of bias there. So he thought, so you know what? And then let me go to a country playing football where I can score plenty of goals and it'd be less stress than what I'm getting over here. Do you know what I mean? So he did that.
Yeah, no, it's really sad, the inconsistency that we see from the officials,
Yeah,
with Bruno Fernandes not even getting a yellow card or anything, and someone like Mitrovic getting a red card, or Van Dijk as well, getting a
yeah,
red card as well, and a ban 3 games or whatever. It's like,
yeah.
come
2 games.
on, man. Or
It
two
was,
games, yeah.
it was
Out
2 games.
with a
Yeah.
fine as well.
It was jealous because what they done in the day is they obviously got a 1 match ban in the day for the initial red card, and then it's for what he said after his dissent. And listen, at the risk of sounding like a conspiracist, but I just think they're genuinely after Liverpool. They genuinely got something against Liverpool. You know, when I see what certain things of what our players have to go through, do you know what I mean? You know, it's like, for instance, they said it in the day sort of the Spurs team. They said it in the day sort of like both Jones and Jota. Jota shouldn't have got a yellow card in the first place. His first yellow card, he shouldn't have got that. You know what I mean? Right? And they're saying that Jones at the day's red card, he should have got a red card. Yeah. So that's 2 players at the day that we're missing and that shouldn't be missing. Right. The second one was that they were Paul Merson and I don't know if you've seen it. I'll send it to you if you haven't seen it. And Paul Merson and they had that bust up with Howard Webb, you know what I mean, on Sky. And Howard said, "Oh well, we know it's a mistake, and we knew it was a mistake, but there's nothing we can do about it. We can't pull back the game. It's the law." So Paul Merson goes, "Well, look, what do you mean it's the law? You're not the police, are you? Do you know what I mean? No, you can pull that back. Do you know what I mean? What he's saying that day, sort of we can't pull it back. All we can do is learn and day from this situation. And if it happens again, which it shouldn't happen again, but if it's happened again, we know what to do next time." So, but I'm thinking that how does that help Liverpool? So put it this way. So basically, the 2 red cards that were given to our players, yeah, you can't rescind that, even though it was wrong that they shouldn't have got the red cards. Even if you know that, you can't rescind that. Do you know what I mean? And not only that, you couldn't pull the game back 45 seconds. 45 seconds. That's what it was. 45 seconds. You couldn't pull that game back and say no. That's a goal. It's not offside. That's a goal. Do you know what I mean? Now, it's tricky now, my friend. This is tricky now. Because if at the end of the day we in the league, we go to the fight for league, and we miss out by a point in the day, right? We cannot say at the end of the day, well, it was that game definitely that why we didn't win the league, yeah. Because remember the week after, yeah, we sort of drew against Brighton. Obviously, over the weekend we drew against Brighton. You know what I mean? But then the caveat to that is at the day, if our 2 players at the day that you quite wrongly sent off, if they was playing, we would have won that game. Do you understand what I'm getting at? You see how it pans out. So the inconsistencies to me, you know what it is at the day? It's like, I always say this at the day, when it comes to sort of like these referees to meet, and they're like a dictatorship, and it's like, you know, sometimes they, no disrespecting them, you're dealing with a bunch of numbskulls. You're actually dealing with a bunch of numbskulls. Because one of the referees can give a foul 1 week, yeah, foul or made it go too far, and they has given a yellow card, yeah. The same sort of foul, you know, supposed foul, can happen the following week, and nothing gets done, nothing was said. There needs to be consistency.
Yeah, no, they're really bad, and I don't get it. The VAR is there to intervene, is to stop the game from going. So them coming and saying we can't stop the game. Well, this is actually your job is to stop the game, because for example, when the ref gave the yellow card to Curtis Jones in that game against Spurs, the game was about to start with only a yellow card for Jones. But what did the VAR do? They intervened. The ref stopped the game and listened to them, like in his earpiece or whatever system they're using, and said, hey, you need to look at this. This is a potential red card. So this is actually your job is to stop the game. So you telling me the law says doesn't don't you we can't stop the game. Well, no, this is your job is to stop the game.
Yeah.
And you are already doing it. And the ball got out of bounds like 20 seconds later. And the coordinator, I guess the VAR coordinator, or a dispatcher, or whatever his title is, was saying, stop, delay the game, delay the game. All he says, delay the game. So delay the damn game. But no, they don't. Do they have agenda against Liverpool? I don't want to be conspiracy theorist, but it looks like
Yeah, it looks the way, doesn't it? It look kind of
some officials they may have an agenda against Liverpool. I'm not gonna say they've got money from Dubai or Abu Dhabi or whatever, but it looks like it, man. It looks like it. A lot of really bad decisions.
That's what I'm trying to say. I mean, you don't want to cast aspersions, and you don't want to cast conspiracy ideas. But if it looks like it, and it is certainly is looking like it, from like even far back as the Aston Villa game, do you know what I mean? Last season. If it looks like it, you have to call it out. Do you know what I mean? You have to say exactly what it is. You know what I mean? You can't have a situation in day where you got a referee that elbows a player, one of the players, which is it's up to be Liverpool, elbows a player, and then nothing gets done about it. Nothing. He doesn't get no reprimand or nothing. You know what I mean? So I just think at the day, look, they need to have more consistency, and they need to sort of like referees need to clean up their act. Do you know what I mean? Stefana, big up Stefana. Big up Stefana. Hi guys, hope you're good. We are good, Stefana. Marco Corleone, my good friend. You know what I mean? Right, let's move on to the next game. Next game is Man United 2-1 to Bloodfire. You know what I mean? It's like I thought this guy was going to lose. Right, Janssen scored in the 26 minutes for Brentford, but then a massive fight back came into play. Massive fight back into play. 2 late goals at the end from McTominay. 2 late goals from McTominay. One in the 93rd minute, and the last one in the 97th minute. You know what I mean? But virtually at the end of the day, the last kick of the game. Your thoughts, my boy?
I was watching this game, and I actually did a watch along for this one. I was really enjoying it. It was 1-0 for the Bees. I thought the Bees were buzzing. Ooh. Stefano watched the last 10 minutes. I actually freaking watched it from the first minute, man, and I did a watch along on it. And I was dancing, I was happy, and all of that stuff. And I was like, well, the Bees are buzzing again, even without Tony. It's another team that they're missing their striker.
Yeah, yeah.
I gotta play this, man. I gotta play this. I think both teams, Fulham.
What did you
Ful-
play?
I played "Baby Come Back." You know that song?
I didn't hear it.
Oh,
Couldn't hear it.
maybe because I didn't have the volume really high, but maybe next
Yeah,
time.
yeah,
Both of them, they're singing to their, to their strikers, "Baby Come Back, please."
yeah.
They're missing Tony. Without Tony, the bees are not buzzing. Man United, they looked really bad, man. They looked really horrible, horrendous. I thought with Robert, maybe their midfield going to be a little bit better, but Ten Hag missing a left back and keep playing Robert in the left back
Mm,
is just a really big mistake. The guy is not a left back. The guy is slow. He is
mm,
a DM and he's a slow player.
mm,
You can't have a slow player playing on the wing or in the back position.
yeah,
That's just a huge mistake. Just play with three defenders then. Play the
yeah,
3-5-2. Just play
yeah,
3-5-2, man. You know,
yeah.
3-3-4-3. If you don't have, five midfielders, they
Mm.
do have a lot of injuries. I think they have like 9 injuries or 8 injuries plus Sancho's emotional injury. Uh, McTominay, who they were desperate to sell towards, the beginning of this season.
If you are a fan of football, and I'm happy to see you the other day jubilating when Ghana won. But there was a player in the United Kingdom, in England, called Maguire, who was playing for Manchester United. Harry Maguire. He's a defender. He was tackling everybody and throwing his bodies everywhere, that he was seen as the best defender in the world. Manchester United went and bought him. He became the biggest threat at the center of Manchester United's defense, tackling Manchester players and giving assists to opponents. Mr. Speaker, when even the opponents failed to score, Maguire will score for them.
That never gets old. That never will get old.
Nope.
I swear.
No. Actually, Maguire was marking when Brentford scored the goal. Maguire was freaking marking Johnny Evans, man. So that's how bad he is. Swear to God, man. I
He's
don't get it.
pants. He's pants.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
really
sorry,
bad.
Karen. Sorry to interrupt you. Sorry.
No, that's all good. McTominay, the one who that Man United were desperate to sell, um, played the best 10 minutes in his football career.
Yeah.
Came in the 87th minute, freaking scored 2 goals out of freaking nowhere. The game was, yeah.
Oh, big up Ravi. Big up Ravi. Big up. Oh God. Absolutely legendary that was. That they would use football analogy in politics, isn't it? It is. It's so. It was so. It's so good. Listen. I'm gonna keep that clip. There is gonna be with me for life. It is so good. Seriously. Okay. So that's the Man United game. Okay. Let's see what next on the list. Oh, this boring game. Bloody boring game.
Let me
Crystal
see if you can hear this one. For a second.
Boring.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah,
Wow, I couldn't even watch the freaking extended highlights for this game, man. I didn't watch the game. I tried to watch the highlights. I fall asleep. That's how bad it was.
hold on. I've got one. I've got one actually. This will sum it up. really properly. This will sum it up.
Please, 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 fuck right off.
Stop it. Stop it. Listen, that game was so boring, yeah?
Oh,
I'm not even going to talk about it. I'm literally
No.
not even going to talk about it.
let's skip
Tell them I'll bring it up.
it.
I'm not going to talk about it. Fuck off. No. Right, let's go on to yesterday's game. Brighton 2, Liverpool 2. First goal was from Adingra.
Adengria.
Yeah, Adingra, yeah, on 20 minutes. Literally a mistake by Virgil van Dijk. Then Salah scored on the 40th minute. Brilliant approach play. Do you know what I mean? Lovely assist by Harvey Elliott, I do believe, wasn't it? Harvey Elliott.
Well, it's
And
Nunes, but in my books it's Elliot. Yeah.
cool. And then you got on the 46 minutes, we got a penalty, put us 2-1 up. But however, bit of rash defending by Kanate, and Dunk receives the ball for the free kick. The defending was shocking. And Dunk puts the ball in the back of net in the 78th minute. The game finished 2 apiece. Desmond Tutu, as it were. Desmond Tutu. You know what I mean? So it's true, though, isn't it? You know, too. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So, like,
It took me a few seconds, but you got it. Sorry, right? Oh man.
It's fucked, isn't it?
Yeah, no, that game, I swear to God, man, it made me angry. Again, inconsistency again. Not even a yellow card for the penalty that we got. For who was it? Was it Pascal Gross or whatever?
You're one of them guys, yeah. It's Pascal Gross.
That's really gross from him,
He kind of pulled him down, didn't he? And what they were saying at the day, that should have been a red card. You know what I mean? But obviously, these officials that they come out with their excuses of why it wasn't a red card. You know what I mean? But we all know, and if Liverpool did that to a player, we'd get a red card. You know what I mean? But yeah.
I don't know, man. Maybe you want to bring in one of Ravi's comments. They're really funny.
I know he says that goes United escaped, like Del Boy escapes the police in Peckham. That's messed up, Ravi. Crystal Palace under Roy. I like going back in time to the Trudies, you know. Man said Trudies, you know. Liverpool versus Steven Seagal FC shot ourselves like Phil Mitchell got shot from his ex-wife Lisa. Oh yeah, I remember that one.
It was peak.
Fuck off, Ravi.
Those are really good comments from Ravi.
The thing is, yeah, I actually remember that episode as well, you know. Ravi said it's peak out here. Oh, Ravi, man. Oh, seriously. Ravi's a godsend. You know that. He's a godsend. Do you know what I mean? Every time Ravi's in your chat, you know you're going to have some jokes. You know.
Well, Ravi, you know, I'm sure that you liked and subscribed to Uncle Rod's channel. Look me up, man, and maybe you'll see you in one of these.
Ravi, make sure you subscribe to Sideline Football Show. He's a good pal of mine and I think that. And listen, he's a good guy, man. Because Ravi at the day, right? Listen, this is no lie. In fact, Ravi's been rocking with me from day one.
Wow.
Working for day one. Ravi's one of the real. He's a real one. Not, I won't say one of the real ones because I've got a lot of real ones, that follows me. But Ravi is a real one, and I remember I had 35 subscribers. He's been rocking me ever since I had 35 subscribers.
Wow. Wow.
Seriously, he's been rocking me ever since then. Do you know what I mean? And how got the link is like I used to do the shows. I used to do shows on Saturday night, and it was like me, this guy called Glasgow Red John, Baz, and a few others. I used to do the show, and like they used to last for about one of the shows was about just under 8 hours. That was my show,
Wow.
just under 8 straight through. We just kept on chatting. We just kept on talking about this, and it went from football to one extreme to the other. Do you know what I mean? We just kept on talking. We just literally kept on talking. I think it's about like I think I must have started about 10, 8 o'clock. I started 8 o'clock. I started, and I got off about 4. Yeah, about 4. Something like 8:30 or something. 8 or 8:30. I started, and I got off at 4 o'clock in the morning. And previously before that, Glasgow Wedge, he done a show, and that was about 5 hours. We used to do back in them days. We used to do some mad shows, my friend, mad shows. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that's how Rabbit come on one of them, and we was talking. He went in and out. Do you know what I mean? And he come out because you're not still alive. You're still alive, and then he used to be with this other guy. He used to be this other guy, and I think that, but I had to, get him out of my the group. He's doing too much. But like they said that one of the things they said in there is that they're suffering from like I know you won't mind me saying this, but suffering from like mental health. And he goes like, you know what it is, watching a show and everything that makes us feel a lot more better about things. Do you know what I mean? And I thought that's when I thought on the day it's really worth doing what I'm doing. Do you know what I mean? Because if I can make one person feel better, yeah, about themselves that's going through mental health, my job is done. I'm doing a good job. Do you know what I mean? So Rabbit's a real man. He's a real good G, man. Got a lot of time for the fella. And he just gives me jokes as well. On top of that. So yeah, real G.
Yeah, no, that's that's the message we were trying to do. We're trying to entertain people as well, and try to have fun as show our passion to what we love. So big up to you, Ravi. Big up to Stefano as well. Ravi's talking about Tyler, the Luton Town fan. Phenomenal kid. I really, really liked him. We gonna, collaborate with him. I think we've added him to the group as well.
Oh yes, I have. Yes.
Yeah, I did my watch along for Liverpool, Brighton versus Liverpool, and he was on it with me. Really awesome, awesome lad. Um, and while I was talking to him, to be honest, I felt like I had a magic 8 ball because I was almost telling him as the game began. I told him, you know what, man, uh, I'm scared from Lewis Dunk at the beginning of the game. They had like four corner kicks, one after the other, one after the other. And I said, man, they're really scary in the set pieces. And I'm scared from Dunk because Dunk knows how to dunk it. We need to watch this guy. And sure enough, in the second half, freaking Lewis Dunk dunked it. And I said, we are really bad the first half. It's almost like anytime Liverpool plays, I don't want to watch the first half, the first 30 minutes of the game. I should just turn off the TV, look at my watch. Once it's 31 or 35th minute, turn the TV on and then start watching Liverpool. We seriously need to stop that. We need to stop that going down one goal. It's putting the pressure on the team, on the fans, on the players, on the defense, on the attackers. the players start getting angry. They start being more aggressive. This season is one of the rare seasons that we picked up a lot of yellow cards, a lot of red cards. They're all debatable, and some of them are really harsh and bad ones. But we are giving these stupid, corrupt officials the opportunity to give us a red card. We're inviting them to give us yellow cards and whatnot. We need to stop doing that. And I think big part of it is, by the way, your camera is frozen.
I know. Can you still hear me though?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah.
Um,
I know it's frozen, so I'm just gonna sort of like carry on, and then hopefully it'll like unfreeze itself. Do you know what I mean? Hopefully, you know what I mean. But carry on. I can hear you.
Yeah, but this freaking De Zerbi, man, I'm gonna play this for you. I thought he came on the press conference and he said even that free kick that they got, it shouldn't be a free kick. So check his press conference. I think this is Anfield, that channel on YouTube. Have played it, and I watched the press conference myself, and I've listened to him. But seriously, when he came up, I thought he was going to do this. I'm gonna try and play it. I don't know.
Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe
Yeah, that's Gennaro Gattuso.
It's
But
a two, yeah. You know, he used to play for Rangers, at one time.
I don't know. I know he played for AC Milan. He's Marseille coach.
Yeah, he's Marseille coach. No, he had a loan spell at Rangers one time, and that's how he met Gascoigne. That's how he met Gascoigne.
Paul
You know what I
Gascoigne,
mean?
right? Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, he did that loan spell. So let me read out some of the comments that we got in because I can read it out from my phone really.
Yeah, go ahead.
Seeing as my screen is it's like frozen. So Stefano says, "Can you link channel in Rod's group chat, please?" So he's saying, "Put your channel in the group chat, and he will subscribe to you." Stefano would, yeah. You hear me?
Yeah, I did. I put it in the group chat.
Yeah. What's it? Ravi says, "Lots of love, Liverpool. We got to do better, man. Yo, this 1-0 down business has got to improve." Facts, Ravi. Stefano says, just did in the group. No, sorry, you said that just did in the group. It's in the group. Stefano says, "End of the day, guys, chat with LSE friends is always good for the soul." Facts, my friend. Ravi said, "Sideline, see, a good pal of mine, T-Boy from T-Boy TV from Luton and Liverpool fan. He's a great lad and was great lad. You and Rods need to get him with you. He's a joker as well." Yeah, man, definitely. I'll get him on a channel without a doubt, man. I've actually sort of like I subscribe to his channel still, so yeah. Ravi says, "Big up, Rods." Yeah, man. But goes out to you. Stefano says, bro, I'm a songwriter, and I believe the same. If you can help one person, it's all worth it." Facts. Ravi says, "Big up, Sideline." Yeah, man. Ravi says again, "Yeah, I've been rocking with Tyler since 2021. He's a good kid and knows football." Cool. What I was saying to Rods, we need to be quicker in the build-up, and when we move the play, because Liverpool, we know we can do better. We've seen it. Facts, Ravi. Facts. Ravi says that sound bites. It's like every Italian region to reach pineapple on pizza.
Sometimes it'd be good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, sorry. So let me see it properly. Listen to it properly. That sound bites. It's like every Italian reacting to pineapple on a pizza. Pseudo. Right, we'll move on from that one. We move on from that, our mishap on Sunday. I was disappointed. I was very disappointed from that. But hey, we move. Okay, the next game was West Ham 2, Newcastle 2. Goals from Suzek and Kudos, one in the 8th minute and one in the 89th minute. Okay. I kept an eye on that game, and what it was, West Ham was leading it there for a large amount of time. But Alexander Isaac, he scored on the 57th minute and he scored on the 62nd minute, making it finish 2-2. Your thoughts, my friend?
Isaac, man of the match, to be honest. Like this guy, I was watching him way back when he was playing for Real Sociedad. And at that time, when he started with them, it was Martin Odegaard was playing with them as well. Real Sociedad was playing Real Madrid. That was the first game I saw for them. And boy, oh boy, they put in a big show against Real Madrid. And it was like, who the hell are these guys? That was maybe like 4 years ago.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, these two players, they're going to go somewhere. And sure enough, Odegaard went to Arsenal and Alexander Isaac is in Newcastle. And it's really happening for him this year. I thought that Newcastle gonna win even before the game. I predicted Newcastle gonna win. Both of them coming from European games. Both of them did good. One embarrassed PSG. West Ham. I forgot who West Ham played in the Europa League, but both of them I thought they're gonna have some tired legs from coming from the European League. But West Ham came back in the game and scored towards the last minute of the full time. Decent game, I guess. Whenever you watch Newcastle, you can expect a good show. I give them that.
Cool. If you carry on talking for a bit, I'm just going to reset my computer. It seems to have frozen. It's not actually sort of like coming back on.
Yeah.
So I'm going to reset it.
Sure.
Try and reset it.
Ravi was saying, I'm not even hating on Spurs, but some Spurs fans acting like they've been decent for decades. What I would like to see from them, if they can back it up with a trophy. Well, I was saying that they have spider webs in their trophy cabinet, Ravi. They have spider webs. I had a response or a reply from someone saying, "Oh, we had a lot of trophies." Well, I don't know. I've been watching the Premier League since 88. I was like maybe 7 years old. 88, 89. I don't recall Spurs winning Premier League or any major trophy since then. Maybe one or two cups. That's about it. Nothing in Europe. So then I don't care. I can't relate to you as a big club. But they are a decent club. They're a big club in their area, but that's about it. You're not a huge big club in the world stage like Liverpool or even Man United or like Real Madrid or Barcelona or Juventus. You're not there. Premier League, okay, you're kind of one of the big six, but to be honest, Newcastle was part of the big six. I never seen Spurs as one of the big six. So I don't care what they say. They believe into whatever they want to believe. My intention is not to change their mind, but the facts are facts and they're out there. And no matter what they say, it's not going to change the facts. You know, Newcastle are a funny team. they can smash teams or look average. No real consistency, but West Ham were lucky also. Yeah, Newcastle. I think Eddie Howe is just trying to do some rotation between the players so they can do somewhat decent in the Champions League as well as in the Premier League. So it's a new thing for them. So that's why you can see the a lot of the inconsistent, not a lot of real consistency from them. So it's the first time for a long time that Newcastle is back in the European games. So I think that's why. Stefano was saying we all know Spurs will drop.
Yes,
The
man.
squad is poor. Welcome back. I was reading Stefano's.
Yeah. Go for it. Go for it. Go for it.
Yeah, he was saying we all know Spurs will drop. The squad is poor. I responded to some of the Spurs fan. I think it was in Sam's channel. I said Spurs they gonna fall into like a light feather once we hit December. And there is a logical explanation for this, which is they only have now they're down to 13 or 14 decent players. December come around December, January, the schedule is gonna be really full with the two cups games along with the Premier League.
Mhm.
And once some of the teams they're gonna start having a lot of injuries.
Yeah.
When a team has a really a thin squad when it comes to good talent and or let's say elite level players, you only have 13, 14 players. Once you get hit with 2 3 players, that's it. You don't have any good decent subs. Your team start going down. That's exactly what happened to us 2 seasons ago,
Mhm.
right? We were hit with a lot of injuries. We didn't have good subs. Then we started having just nothing but tired legs in the field. So that is what's going to happen to Spurs. Um, they are a decent team, but I don't see them top four. They're going to drop from the top four. Just wait for it. December, January. Remember that. Remember that. Sideline Football Show said Spurs going to drop.
Yeah.
Like,
What you were saying was true, and you know what I mean. They're going on like so, like they're going on like you know they've got Ange, you know what I mean, and they had a few results, at the end of the day that they probably wouldn't have won before. They've either drawn or they won, um, and you know doing all this without no Harry Kane, which they thought at the end of the day they were gonna slump without Harry Kane. So they're getting a bit above themselves. Do you know what I mean? You know, in the way of like how they are, and they don't realize that there's a reason why you ain't won nothing for years. Do you know what I mean? There's literally a reason why you ain't won nothing for years, because you're not that team. You're not the team. You claim to be that team, but you're not that team. You know, and it's going to take more than a couple of victories in the day, and referees being on your being behind you in the day to make sure you win games. Than for you at the end of the day to be a big club, it's going to take more than that. Do you know what I mean? I mean, I've lost a quite. I mean, since sort of like obviously the thing that happened last week and then I've lost out on a few sort of like Tottenham friends. There's a few Tottenham guys that they that's come out my group chat. There's a few Tottenham come out in the group chat on Twitter. Do you know what I mean? But do I care? I don't give a fuck. I don't care because you know why? At the end of the day, right? I always saying that the truth hurts, and what they don't, what they begin to realize is that they, with 9 men, at the end of the day, they couldn't break us down with 9 men. Imagine that we had 9 men, you know what I mean, and like you know, basically in the day, sort of like what the referee done and everything. He tied the our two arms behind our back and everything that, and say right, go and beat them now, and they still couldn't beat us. Do you know what I mean? So, who's the better team? Do you know what I mean? Who's the better team? So um, it's going to take them a hell of a long time before they're quoted as a big team and people recognize them as a big team. Do you know what I mean? You know, they rather recognize someone like Newcastle than them. Because at least Newcastle and they sort of like they, you know, they're warriors in this. They're warriors. You know what I mean? You know, so we'll have to wait and see. But they're never gonna be. They'll never be a big team in my eyes. Never be a big team in my eyes. Never. You know what I mean?
Facts. No, I agree, 100%. They're uh, not a big team. They're a big team in London. Like if comparing them
Not
to
even in London.
Holland,
I mean,
but not on the English stage, not on the world stage or the European stage. They're
no.
not.
Listen, not being funny. I live near London. I'm probably like 25-minute drive. By train and days quicker. Do you know what I mean? I'll be in London. You understand me? And not even London they're big. That's what I'm saying. Not even London. Even in London they're seen as a joke. Do you know what I mean? The teams at the day that sort of like they look on in London is Chelsea, because Chelsea and they've won stuff. You know what I mean? Whatever the way they've won it, but they've won stuff. And then they look at then it has to be Arsenal next. Arsenal is the next biggest club in the way of succession. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And let me funny today. It's teams like Tottenham at the day at the bottom, because you can even put West Ham up before them. Because West Ham at the day of late in the day they've won something. They won the Europa Comfort League. Do you know what I mean? They've won something. So not for me, my friend. Not for me. Before I go on to the last one, I'm going to read out some of these things. Chat. Stefano said, we all know Spurs will drop. The squad is poor. Facts. It is. I saw them on Saturday Live, Stefano. And you're right. The squad is poor. They've got one good player, and then it's Maddison, really, when you think about it.
Son.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. That's
it.
Doing disservice for Song. Those are the two good players at the day in Tottenham, and not being funny, when Song's not firing, they just look ordinary. Maddison picks up an injury, and all those wins turn into draws fast. Facts, Stefano. That's another fact. Spurs have played 4 relegated teams, two in the opening 7 games, 2 Burnley, Luton, Bournemouth, and Sheffield United. Facts again. Question for both: do Arsenal do Arsenal scare you this season? My friend?
I'm not gonna say scare me, but I'm gonna say this. This season is very interesting and it's going to be somewhat entertaining if the freaking officials keep it fair, try to be consistent a little bit. The title is up for grab, and it's going to be between 3 teams. It's going to be between City, Arsenal, and Liverpool. Right? It's not Arsenal that scares me. You know who scares me? The freaking refs. That's who scares me. Seriously. The refs who are the ones who scares me. It's not Arsenal. It's not City. And I'm not saying, Arsenal is not good enough. No, that is not my point. My point is the title is up for grab this year. Arsenal are really good. We are freaking phenomenal and we're ticking. But it's just the stupid refs. If they just get off our necks and backs. And City, they have a thinner squad than they used to have. They had a few players that left their club, and their replacements are not good enough as the people who departure from the club. Like Riyad Mahrez, Sterling, Gabriel Jesus, and Gundogan. Gundogan was on fire. I think Gundogan is the one who won them the league last season. When Arsenal start dropping points, if you look at some of their games, the person who got them back and carried them back and winning some of these games was Gundogan. Gundogan is gone. Who's his replacement? Matthew Nunes? Not good enough. And thank God we didn't buy him, because we were linked with him. But we didn't buy him.
I mean, like, listen, good shout with Gundogan. Good shout. And when you look at it, who recognised him? Jurgen Klopp. Jurgen Klopp recognised him. He was basically in the all that he knows at the end of the day, right, came from Jurgen Klopp. You know what I mean? You know, but like I wouldn't say that sort of like Arsenal scare me. Is there a slight concern? Yeah, probably is a slight concern. But that's all it is, a slight concern. You know what I mean? As you said, at the end of the day, if the referees at the end of the day can get it right, we beat Arsenal home and away. Simply, we beat Arsenal home and away. But it depends on what referee we are going to get on the day. You know what I mean? And it's very sad at the end of the day that we as Liverpool fans have to talk like this. But it's fact. Really, it's fact in the day. If we don't get the proper referees today, right? That's it. That's it. A game at the day that we should really win, and we could win. That turns out in a draw or loss, because they'll do everything in their power in the day to for it not to happen, for win on our part not to happen. So slight concern, yeah. I'm like with you. I'm more sort of like scared of the referees than what I'm scared of Arsenal. You know what I mean? I'm saying that we come on to the last game of the weekend, because obviously there's no game on tonight because of there's internationals this week. Okay, hate internationals. Hate it. Anyway,
Boring, very boring.
Oh. So the last game of the week was Arsenal versus Man City, and this was at the Emirates. Arsenal scores the only goal of the game after some good play by Martinelli. He took a shot on goal, and it's ricocheted off. I think his name's Naki. Ricocheted off one of the defenders anyway. One of the defenders. He ricocheted off, and basically they wrong-footed the goalkeeper, and it's gone in the back of the net. It's gone in the back of the net. Arsenal come out with a 1-0 win. So, your thoughts on the game, my friend?
That game was really funny because I came out from the watch along from Liverpool and Brighton, and I was really angry. And I was like, you know what? I'm done for the day. I don't want to do any other watch alongs. And then I started getting messages from a couple of my friends. They're Arsenal fans. Arsenal for me is my second favorite team. Growing up, watching Thierry Henry, Dennis Bergkamp, and whatnot. Tony Adams as well. But they were like, oh, come on, man. You're going to leave us out there dry. We're waiting for you. Please come on and do a watch along. We want to watch you. Okay. So I dragged myself back, started a watch along, I didn't even put descriptions or thumbnail or nothing. Just behind the camera, start doing it. And to be honest, this is my response to this.
I like it a lot.
I really liked it a lot. They were messaging me on WhatsApp, and when Kai Havertz got in, I think it was the 71st minute. They were like, "Oh, damn! Arsenal now is playing with 10 players." I said, "Well, hold on, guys. If Kai Havertz plays in the striker position,
Yeah.
no, you're not playing with 10. You're playing with 11. Maybe 10 and a half, but you're playing with 11.
Yeah.
If he's playing in the stupid midfield position, exactly like McAllister, playing in a position is not his position, the 6, then he's going to suck. And yes, you're playing with 10 players. And sure enough, Havertz plays as a striker. And the assist for Martinelli was by Havertz.
Okay.
So after that watch along, I start getting calls from all my Arsenal fans. I even got freaking views on my Arsenal watch along more than freaking Liverpool watch along. I swear to God, without any plans or nothing, or sending the link to my friends and family and whatnot. They all start calling me, holy God, man, like you called it. You called it. I said, well, it's obvious. Havertz, yeah, he was not a great signing for you guys. He's an okay signing, but if he's utilized as a striker instead of Nketiah sucks. He's not great. He's not great, man. And you don't have Saka, and you're playing Jesus for Saka's position. Yeah, you gotta if you're gonna play Havertz, Havertz is a striker. He can play for you as a false nine or a striker. That's it. He's not a midfielder.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good. It's a good game, and it literally got what he deserved. Now and they sort of like them Arsenal fans are becoming unbearable. Seriously, Mac as a DM is not effective. We need to use Endo as we have him. Yeah, I don't know why. And they were using McAllister in that role. Don't know why. Don't know why. Makes no sense to me. You know what I mean? It's like having a Porsche and driving a Mini. What's the point? What's the point? What's the damn point, man? Was it Rocky Road? Was it Road Castle? Rocky Road Castle. Ian Wright, Julian Dix, and David Seaman. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
He seen it. He died of cancer. Rocky Road Castle.
I'm not sure. I
Yeah,
think
he did. Yeah. Him and Ian Wright were good friends. Because they came from basically coming out the same area in South London.
yeah.
I mean, I think what it was, Rocky was from Lewisham, and Ian's from Broccoli. Do you know what I mean? And they went to kind of that same academy together and stuff. They were good. They were good friends on and off the pitch. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, he got cancer in the end. You know what I mean? But everybody didn't have a bad word to say about him. He's just a really lovely person. You know what I mean? And it's a shame. Do you know what I mean? Because he played for Man City. He played for Man City, and yeah, he's a good player. Liverpool women, we rolled up to the Emirates and won in the backyard. Oh, one in the backyard. Oh, see, okay, one in the backyard must be. Okay, guys, I am going to make a move now. I'm making a move now, and listen, before I go, sideline, please tell everybody where they can find you, and let everybody know what you got coming up, my friend.
Yeah, no, definitely, man. You can look me up at YouTube at SFS_Thammer or look up Sideline Football Show. Um, Please, like, subscribe to my channel as well as to Uncle Rodz. He is at 888. That's an angel number. Yeah, please, let's get him to the 1,000 subscribers. Show him some love, please. And
You're a G, man. You are a G. You're a G, man. You're a proper G, man.
yeah, please, let's get Uncle Rodz to 1,000. We're gonna play a prediction game. It's free. It's not gambling.
Hold on. Hold on. Let's talk about Proceed.
That's so good, man. I'm gonna send the me Tyler actually Taylor and Uncle Rodz. We're planning on starting this prediction game. It's free. It's not gambling, and we might throw a few prizes for the people that with the highest scores.
Yeah.
Basically, you go to that website. This is the code, or this is the direct link to our league. The three of us already participating. Basically, you go in every week before the games start. For week 9, that's when we're gonna start. You predict the 10 games, and you start getting points. If you get the results correct, you get 40 points. If you get that correct outcome, which team is gonna win or a draw, you get 10 points. The more points you accumulate, the better ranking you're going to have in the league that we have on that website. It's plpredictor.com. And the top 3 people, we will probably give them some prizes.
Yeah, why not? I'm up for that.
Potentially your favorite team, a jersey of your favorite team, a current jersey. Tony on your channel again. I think you mean Tyler, right?
Yeah, Rod's sideline. Big up. When are you both gonna get Tony on your channel again? No, Tony, I think he's talking about the Arsenal guy. Is the Arsenal guy you're talking about, Ravi, innit? Give me a thumbs up if it's the Arsenal guy you're talking about, Tony Claude. Give me a thumbs up if it's that. You know what I mean? But when we gonna when should we do what day this week should we do a show? Obviously promoting promoting this prediction competition we got going. What day we
Um,
got to do it?
we can, you know what? I was planning on doing a stream tomorrow morning, my time. But I can convert it to promoting that prediction game. It'll be 6 my time, 6 a.m.
It'll
plus
be 12 o'clock.
7. It'll
12 o'clock
be
my
it'll be 1 p.m. your time. Are you
time.
gonna be
Okay, I'm
listening?
up for that. I'm up for that.
Okay,
Is that tomorrow?
that's gonna be tomorrow.
Right,
One
I'm up for that.
1 p.m.
Yeah. So
Rod's
also
also
need so also need to get you and Sophie back on the Shane together. Yeah, we'll do that. Sophie, she's Man United fan. Do you know what I mean? I have to do some stuff with her. So yeah, I'll get in touch with her and see if we can sort something out. Do you know what I mean? But yeah,
and if you like, we can invite Tony as well to that show. For the stream tomorrow. I don't have his
no, it's
number.
difficult for him because what isn't it? He's 2 hours ahead of me. So what it will initially be 3 o'clock in the morning for him. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Is he in North America or in
No,
Europe?
he's in Finland.
Oh no, in Finland it would be 3 p.m. for him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So yeah, because he's 2 hours ahead of me.
Oh, okay, probably
Yeah,
gonna be at work.
it'll be 3 p.m. in the morning. Yeah. So it might be a bit difficult.
That's fine.
You know what I mean? The only thing that you probably can do.
Is the weekend because I finish work around 5 p.m. my time. That's your time is gonna be 1 a.m.
No,
actual
no,
time.
no. How many hours are you ahead of me? Is it 6? Is it 6 hours or 5 or 6 hours?
7. You are ahead of me 7 hours. So
I'm ahead of you 7 hours.
yeah.
So 5 p.m. So 12.
It'll be 12 midnight. Yeah, we
Yeah.
can do a 5 p.m. show,
Yeah.
and it'll be midnight for you.
Yeah.
For Tony, it'll be 2 a.m. I don't know if he's able or
Yeah. I'll speak to him.
sure, and let me know.
What day would that be?
You pick the day, any day. If it's 5 p.m., any day, I can make it happen
I'll
any
tell
day.
you what. Let's go for Friday. Let's go for Friday. Yeah. In that way, and I think that what I mean, got the weekend. So if he has to if he does come on, he hasn't got to go to work in the morning. Do you know what I mean? So I'll get hold of him. I'll tell him, the crack and all that. You know what I mean? And then we just take it from there. Yeah. And we'll promote it. So what will happen? That it'll give us sort of like a whole week to promote it. Do you know what I mean? Bash it out there. Do you know what I mean? On our separate channels, obviously, respectively. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, we'll go for it, man. Go for it.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Well, I am going to wrap up now. As I said, thank you for coming on to my show. And listen, there's always a seat for you here on my show. Always a seat. You know what I mean?
Awesome.
Enjoy immensely chopping up football with you and stuff. Great fun. But yeah, so listen, enjoy the rest of your day. I know it's still early down there. It's now 26 minutes past 10 at night right out here. So I'm gonna sit out and watch some like films and so forth. Do you know what I mean? And then think I might do a show tomorrow. I'm not too sure yet. I'll see. You know what I mean? I'll see. But yeah, listen, take care.
Take care, man.
Peace, love, and respect. You know what I mean? And keep up the good work. You're doing very well. Keep up the good work.
Thank you, man.
Peace to you, my brother. Peace to you.
Take care, eh?
Jake Blake.